Welcome to CVC TV. My name is Joyce Vaudreuil from Vernon, and today we get an opportunity to talk to someone who is smack dab in the middle of an international sensation, the TV show The Voice. Today we have Brooke Stephenson here with us, and we're going to learn about her journey so far and what she's doing with all the talent. She's originally from Bolton and now resides in California. So please help me welcome Brooke. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome home and congratulations.
Thank you.
I love competition shows and ones that require you to have skills. So you're not only a singer, but you're also a songwriter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wonderful. I loved your voice on The Voice.
Thank you.
And as we were talking about earlier, the whole concept that they choose you strictly on your voice and not on the whole package. Mm-hmm. So what made you decide to go on The Voice?
In 2014, I graduated from college, and my uncle, actually, as my graduation present, got me a flight to Washington, D.C. to audition for The Voice. But it was the open call, so it was like you're there for like, I think it was like 6 hours I was waiting, and I didn't even make it to the next round. So I was like, I'm just gonna try other things, do other things. And then they actually found me, I think it was end of last year, on Instagram. They had seen some of my videos and they asked if I wanted to go straight to the producer round instead of having to do the whole open call thing again.
How long did you wait before you said yes?
Oh, I said yes immediately. I was like, I'm available. Because I figured even if it didn't work out again, it was good practice and a good experience, and I would be auditioning in front of, the producers, and I thought it would be a great experience either way, even if I didn't make it to the next round. And I just kept making it to the next round, so I just stayed with it.
I think that's a really healthy way to look at it, because as I've also been in a couple of competitions, not to the level of The Voice yet, but that whole, I was happy to be invited, I was happy to get this far, I was happy learning things along the way. Yeah. Was your experience in the DC, in DC waiting online, did that help prepare you for going out and doing it, going past, but still having to wait and still having to go through the process?
It was 5 years ago, so I think the way it prepared me was that I was just happy I wasn't going to the open call. If it was just going to be I'm going in and auditioning, making it easier and just a smoother process, I was happy to do that. And I also, 5 years had gone by, and I'd gotten better at auditions, and I'd had a stronger performance, and I just felt stronger going into it.
Speaking of your performance in general, you mentioned a few times you had some great vocal coaches. Mm-hmm. Do they also help you with your stage presence?
Honestly, they did, but I have never had such good stage presence lessons than I did on The Voice, because I actually worked with a stage coach, and he helped me immensely. So I am so grateful to this experience, because honestly, even just that one part, I've learned so much about stage presence just through him.
So I understand when you talk about you had a stage coach.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. You're looking for your mark, and where do you move?
Yeah.
Did he tell you, like, don't look right at the judges? Did he
No.
say, once they turn around, you got to keep going? And, like, what were some of the things
I was
he told
telling
you?
myself that. But some of the things he told me, because this song isn't like a upbeat. So the song that I sang is Let 'Em Fly by Patty Griffin. It's a beautiful ballad.
And you did a beautiful job with it.
So it's like on stage, how do you perform a beautiful ballad? You can't be like, dancing. That's not how you would present the song. So the way that he did it, he would be like, okay, start here, and then once you get to this point in the song, walk slowly to this point. And then once you get to this part in the song, start, walking towards the crowd over here, and then towards the crowd over here, and just movement. So I'm not just singing it like in place like this. So,
right.
Yeah.
All right. Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Isn't a lot of it? Well, that made sense. I just didn't think to do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm so technical about the voice and about my singing abilities that I'm just constantly thinking about what I'm singing. So it's helpful to have a supportive reminder where to move. And but yeah, he didn't say anything about not looking at the coaches. I told myself, I was like, just focus on the performance of the song. Don't look at the coaches. Don't look at the coaches. Don't try and see who turns around, or if someone turns around, just focus on the performance. And then someone turned around. I forget who was first. I think it was Kelly, actually.
Kelly was first, yep.
And I was like on stage. It doesn't look like it, but I was freaking out inside. So I was
I was going to ask you about that because after watching the episode, and then I watched it again on YouTube just to make sure I caught some of the smaller things, was how did you keep going after knowing Kelly was one of the ones you wanted to turn around?
I don't know. It's funny looking back. Everyone's like, you were so poised. I was frozen because I was like, oh my gosh, Kelly just turned around. I wasn't thinking about, at that point, I keep telling people it was muscle memory because I've sang that song so much that it just came out as muscle memory does, because in my head I wasn't thinking about the performance. I was thinking, oh my God, I got a chair turn. So I was like, focus on the song.
And then you got another chair turn and
then
another
I got
chair.
2 more. And
So you got 3 chair turns, and the only one that didn't turn regretted it.
Yeah. So I was very happy with that. I only wanted was 1, and I got 3.
All right, so how did you come about choosing? You pre-chose Kelly and said, well, if she turns around, I'm going to pick her. What made you pre-choose her way ahead of time? Because I've heard this a lot from people on The Voice. They say, oh, I was hoping you would turn around. So what is it about her and her style?
When I went on stage, I wanted either Kelly or John.
Yes.
I fully respect Gwen and Blake and all that they do in their careers, but Blake is more country pop, and that's not really the way that I feel like sometimes he is, and that's not really the way I want to go career-wise. Right. And Kelly has always been one of my all-time favorite singers.
She's all over the board. I love her style. She's everywhere.
She can out-sing anyone.
Yeah.
You can put her against maybe her and except for Whitney Houston. Like, she's the only one, like, who could, you know what I mean? She's just incredible. She's a powerhouse. And I knew I wanted John or Kelly, and then John didn't turn, so I was like, all right, Kelly it is.
But it had to have been tempting, though, when Gwen was also
like,
please pick me, please pick me.
It was very tempting. I didn't want to make a last-minute decision on stage in front of millions of people and 500 people in the audience that were sitting there. I was afraid that I just wanted to stick with what my original intentions were, because my mind was going blank on stage. So I was like, just pick one and celebrate. Like, I just wanted to get off and celebrate, and I just wanted Kelly so bad.
Well, you got what you wanted. I'm sure Kelly's very pleased to have you on her team. Speaking of which, could you please hold up?
Yes.
And then I would like to touch it.
Yes,
but
please.
This is the infamous Team Kelly Season 11 17 jacket. This is what you want to go for. When you are in the top echelon of all of these competition shows, this is the jacket you want.
Yeah.
You earn this. You know, people think, oh, she's an overnight success. She won on The Voice, but you've been at this since you were a young child. So this was not an overnight thing.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome you got the person you wanted. I want to talk more about your style, because you kind of called it Americana. But I think we're going to break first. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about what Brooke's very specific talent is, what her desires are for her musical career, and talk a little bit about her album. So stay tuned.
Ain't no talking to this man.
Oh, that's good.
Ain't no pretty other side. Ain't no way to understand the stupid words of pride. 'Cause it would take an acrobat. I already tried all that. I'm gonna let him fly. The proof is in the fire. You you must always know how long to stay and when to go. Well, there ain't no talking to this man. He's been trying to tell me so. It took a while to understand the beauty of just letting go. 'Cause it would take an acrobat, and I already tried all that. I'm gonna let him fly. I'm gonna let him fly.
Oh my gosh, Patty Griffin is my favorite singer-songwriter.
Mine too.
What is your name? Where are you from?
Brooke Stephenson, and I'm from Bolton, Connecticut, but I live in LA.
What I loved about your performance, it felt very honest, and that's a very appealing thing for all of us to hear, and that's why they're gonna fight over you.
I don't want to fight with them. I just want to win.
Yeah.
Hi, Brooke. I'm blown away by you because your voice is so soothing, inviting, calm. Do you write songs?
I do.
I could just feel that because you're so able to like use your heart with your voice, and it was magical. Kelly's incredible. Blake is obviously my favorite person in the whole world, but I personally would love to work with you.
Thank you so much. Wow.
So are you wanting to go country?
I consider myself Americana.
Thank God. I was scared because I thought you were going to say country, and then
She did say country.
she said Americana.
We're all Americanas.
You have a beautiful voice. You're such a storyteller. The dynamics were so spot on. You have this gifted vocal ability at just bringing people in. I talk so much, and I'm so at a loss for words because it was so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Blake.
Oh, no. I know what that high means. Such rejection. Damn.
You probably don't realize how great of a singer you are. It grabs you. It grabs you right here. You don't need to go with a coach that's going to go, yeah, but what if you do this? And what if we, have you do this pop song or
Stupid.
whatever it may be? You don't want to be an experiment. You want to showcase
No, but you do want a
your
coach that's
talent,
gonna
Brooke. That's what
challenge you.
Oh my God, where's my don't speak? Please, please.
I will totally challenge you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm 37 years old and I've been in this business for 16, 17 years, and I still am learning.
If you come on my team, I'd like to get you in the finale. I don't know what may happen over there. That's all I'm saying.
But I will say that I have worked my way up from a little girl in my dad's garage. I never had this show. I never had a stylist. I never had a makeup artist. I still don't. I'm doing my own makeup right now. I had such a crazy long career. To be able to share it, that is what I want to do. And I want to do that with you.
All right, Brooke. They've presented their case to you twice each. And I think that is a testament to how stupid I am for not having turned around, apparently. Who do you want to be your coach, Brooke? Come on, Brooke! Come on, Brooke! Come on!
I'm gonna have to pick Kelly.
Hi, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed watching the blind audition that Brooke Stephenson got to do on The Voice. And as we discussed earlier, she got 3 chairs turned around, and the 4th chair regretted it. John Legend, you got to be quicker on the uptake when you get talent like this. Earlier we talked with Brooke about the fact that she grew up here in Bolton and went to school locally, and then went to college at Berkeley.
Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Wonderful.
Not the California one.
Not the California one. You did say on the show that you currently live in Los Angeles, but you're from Bolton. Thank you very much for giving us a shout out.
Of course.
Love it. How long have you been in Los Angeles?
I've been in LA for almost exactly 5 years, which is crazy to say. It's been a quick 5 years.
but not an overnight sensation.
No, I've been singing my whole life, so.
So you also are a songwriter, and you're working on an album now.
I am, yes. I have an album in the works right now. I'm working with John Spiker back in LA. He actually plays bass in Tenacious D with Jack Black, if anyone knows that band.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, and the drummer of Tenacious D is playing on my record too, so that's awesome.
Well, your street cred just went totally up right now, okay?
But I don't have a release date yet, but follow me on all the social medias, and I will be talking about my release soon. It's an Americana album, and it's an EP, so it's going to be about 5 or 6 songs, but they're good ones. And can I talk about my social media?
Well, I'd love to. I definitely want to talk about your Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, but I want to talk a little bit about the label Americana Music.
Yes.
So during your interview in The View, you did say that that was your style, and you started to explain it a little bit. As someone who isn't traditionally a country and Western fan, when you say Western music without saying the country ahead of time, what is the difference?
Yeah, so I try and decipher it between like country pop and country Western. So like Willie Nelson, Ramblin' Jack Elliott, stuff like that, Hank Williams, like that's kind of the Western country versus Tim McGraw.
Or Blake Shelton.
Or Blake Shelton,
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly, thank you.
So though we love and respect Blake, he's not your style
Yeah, exactly.
or a choice.
And the reason I say Americana is because it gives me an excuse to sing many different genres. So it's not just country. It's like Chris Stapleton. He's kind of Americana. I mean, he is Americana. He doesn't just sing country. He doesn't just sing rock. He doesn't just sing blues. It's a big mixture of rock, blues, folk, country Western, bluegrass. I have a lot of fiddle on my new album, a lot of pedal steel, like that kind of thing. So just honestly, the reason I say Americana is because it gives me an excuse to sing it all, and Americana is not very well known, so I'm happy to be talking about it too, because it's getting the genre more well known.
Honestly, after you said it, I had to look it up because I hadn't heard
Yeah.
it before. Not that up to speed with all the latest genres of music.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I do like that umbrella term
Yeah.
for all of the music that kind of originated here in the United States.
Yes, exactly. It's
So it's not
Early
folk,
American.
It's the whole mixture of it.
Exactly.
And so when you're writing a song, do you already kind of have like a flavor in mind of how it's going to sound, or is it what comes first, the music?
What comes first is the song seed. So basically what I want to write about. So a lot of times, a lot of people write about love and heartbreak. I write a lot about my family because I have a lot of characters in my family, and they're good ones to write songs about.
They do say write what you know.
So I have a lot of those, but a lot of it is lyrics and melody based. I will be in the shower and just like have this melody that I've been singing for 3 minutes, and then I'll come to consciousness and be like, oh, I should probably record that. And just random melody, and I have tons of voice memos. Any songwriter knows you always have tons of voice memos of just random things. I think Charlie Puth even just released an album called Voice Memos, because it's just like, there's just,
that's fun.
I just have, from years and years ago, I just have hundreds of them. So I just, sometimes, if I need inspiration, I'll go back to those, and I'll be like, oh, this could be a song. So.
How did you choose the songs on your E EP?
Well, I knew it was going to be an EP because it's my first, I've recorded a ton of songs in my life, but I haven't really put anything out that's just mine, that's an album. So I knew a lot of times when people do their first album, it's an extended play also called an EP, so it's like a shorter album. So it's kind of like an intro to what I can do. And so I just knew that it would be a shorter album as my first one. So I just picked, we recorded about 7 songs, and I think I'm going to probably cut it down to about 5 or 6.
All right, and you'll know after you've put down some more tracks and
Yeah.
how to choose. And how did you choose? The song you sang was absolutely beautiful. It was done beautifully, and I love the way it started off really soft and the way it came up. It was just, it really grabs you.
Thank you.
But not hit you over the head grabs you.
Yeah.
It pulls you into like, oh, listen to me. How did you choose
you.
that song?
That song I've been singing for years. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. So The Voice actually chose it. I actually sang it at one of my, because I had to do a few auditions to get to the blinds.
Right, sure.
So I sang it at one of my auditions, and they had it on video. So I think that they had already seen what it would sound like. I think that's why they chose it.
So one of the things we're going to show on the screen is your headshot. Now, as a singer, how often have you had your headshots done?
I've had them done a few times.
few times.
I used to work at, as a singer, I've had them done once or twice, but I used to work in the music business, so I had them done then too.
And when you say you worked in the music business, is this beyond, what was the local
Yeah.
folks you did some?
Yeah, so when I went to Berklee College of Music, my major was music business. So my dream at that time was to be a businesswoman in the industry. And so I've done a lot of internships in my lifetime, or in my early career. And one of them was at iHeart. It used to be Clear Channel Communications in Hartford. Now it's iHeart. And that was in like 2010. And I did an internship with Renee Danino and the folks over there at like 957, 1059, 965, all the radio stations I grew up with. So.
That's awesome. That's kind of like what we do here at CVC. It's a local TV station, so people
Yeah.
can intern here, volunteer. I mean, that's how we all get started.
Yeah.
Here, we have a crew of camera operators that are also musicians.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome. I
this
love
is-
to hear that.
Isn't it great? Well,
Yeah.
they heard you were going to be here, and we had to turn people away. No, we don't need that many cameras. We only need 3.
Oh,
Well, we're very proud to say that you are from our area and that you came back to, share what you've learned, share some of your music. What are some of the things you did while you were still in this area that might have helped prepare you for that? The internships and
yeah.
maybe some of your vocal coaches?
Yep, I worked with, I interned at those radio stations and then also Hartford Symphony Orchestra in like 2011 or something. And then I also worked with some local vocal teachers here in Manchester. Paula Penna at Music Makers and also Atla de Champlain. And they're local here. And actually, Atla helped me when I was first auditioning for The Voice. I got laryngitis or something. I just lost my voice. And I reached out to her. I'm like, we haven't spoken in a while, but you were one of my favorite teachers. I lost my voice. Help me. And she was like, okay, you need to go see a doctor. And she was helping me through it. And so she's amazing. So
She talked you down off the cliff.
Definitely.
You do need to see a doctor, but
She saved me. Yes.
take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. As a teacher, once one of my students always, so she probably feels, the same way.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can call her anytime.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Now, I do want to talk about your social media because it sounds like it played a major part in your getting onto The Voice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you have Instagram, and that's who found you, and Facebook and also Twitter.
Yeah, so my Instagram is at Brooke Stephenson. So it's Brooke with an E and Stevenson with a PH.
Okay.
And then Twitter at Brooke Songbird. And then, because Twitter wouldn't take my last name.
Yes, that can happen.
It's too long. And Facebook is facebook.com/Brooke Stevenson Music.
I found your video on YouTube, so I was able to go back and watch it again.
Yes, yeah.
And
Just type in Brooke Stevenson, The Voice.
that's all I did, yeah, and it came up right away.
Yeah.
So I like that you were also talking to some other people. The original winner of The Voice met you, and you
Yeah.
got to actually handle his
Yes, Javier
his-
Colon. Yeah.
Javier Colon, and you got to handle the award he
His
got.
trophy, yeah.
His trophy.
His award.
This is not The Voice, but I actually own this, and I thought of you, and I said, well,
I
this
love
is
it.
the silver microphone because you are going to win on The Voice. I know it. You have a beautiful voice. You have
Thank you.
poise. You're just a joy to watch.
Thank you.
I'd like to know more about the behind the scenes, so maybe
Yeah.
you can come back
Okay.
once you win and you're on your big tour, and then you can tell us more about the behind the scenes. Because
Yeah.
I'd love to know, tell me a little something before we go about working with Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly is exactly how she is on TV. She's very upbeat and positive and very supportive. So she's an amazing coach.
Awesome. Any advice for our singers and songwriters who want to follow in your footsteps?
just keep at it, because it's not an easy road. Just if you love it, you're just naturally going to keep at it. It's not, nothing's really going to stop you. So you might as well enjoy the journey.
So I would like to thank you and your family for bringing you over, driving you around and everything. It sounds like they've been a wonderful support system to you.
They really have, yeah.
That's awesome.
Throughout my whole career, they're my best support system.
That's
so.
awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool. I do want to mention that unfortunately we can't listen to her sing because she is in the middle of a national competition. So though we'd love to and she'd love to, she'll have to come back. So we want you to look her up. Please support our local talent. And look her up on Facebook, Twitter. I don't Twitter myself yet, but I do
I just
Instagram.
started.
Oh, you just
Sorry.
started?
I
Okay.
just started,
You just
yeah.
started, yeah. That's something new for me. I usually can't keep things to 140 characters, so
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. But please keep an eye on and root for Brooke. She's a wonderful talent, and she's as sweet and pleasant in person as she is on camera. And thank you again for joining us at CVC TV. I'd also like to thank Ellington Fine Consignments for donating several of our props that we've been using lately, and also our crew here. So thank you again for joining us at CVC. My name is Joyce Vaudreuil from Vernon.